This video series is designed to provide Lencourt representatives, installers, and clients with an overview of Lencourt's engineered system solution for sound masking, paging, and audio. Together we will cover for you the following equipment: the enclosure, or as we like to call it, the Lencourt Box, the Ilon web server, the music page interface, our standard in-plenum speaker, our ceiling plate speaker, the operating platform, the microphone preamp with automatic gain control, and the Jordan hub. Welcome to the Lencourt Product Training Series. My name is Mike Seglia, Chief Systems Specialist here at Lencourt. In this video, we will introduce you to the Spectra iNet engineered solution for sound masking, paging, and audio. Spectra iNet is a fully networked system that has been engineered to meet your facility's specific needs and provide superior sound quality, extreme design flexibility, virtually limitless zoning capability, easy expansion, and system access with the click of a mouse, on-site, off-site, or around the world. The system can be used with the traditional in-plenum speakers, direct fired, and ceiling plate speakers, and has a number of options for also including paging horns and other specialty speakers. Let's introduce you to the Lencourt Box. This aluminum enclosure houses all of the head-end equipment for the Spectra iNet system. It can be customized with a variety of components for sound masking, paging, music, audio, and mass notification capabilities. This branded enclosure is 20 inches by 24 inches and is a standard NEMA type aluminum enclosure that can be mounted on the wall in your IDF, MDF, electrical, or telephone closet. We also have a 3 RU drawer as another option for installing and rack mounting our equipment. The Ilon serves as the gateway for a variety of devices, including LawnWorks, and provides a universal connectivity for devices attached to it, such as AMX or Crestron. This is our Ilon Smart Server. This is the head-end piece of equipment for our Spectra iNet system. We're going to start down here with a high voltage connection. This is where it would be wired directly to a line cord. These are the indicator lights for input, output, LAN and LAN connections. This device is controlled over the internet and allows you to control the entire system, music, paging, and masking. This also ties into Crestron, AMX, and other building management systems. This is the top view of the Ilon Smart Server. This is your RJ45 connection for your network or directly to a PC. These are pins 17 and 18. These are the most important connections on the Ilon as they connect to the rest of our iNet system. It's your RS-232 connector. This is for connecting to Crestron or AMX. The Ilon Smart Server has a built-in web interface. This allows for simple configuration of the system with no software to be installed and nothing to worry about. There is also additional software called Spectra iNet Reports. This allows for more detailed configuration of the system while connected to the Ilon Smart Server. For more information, contact us or your sales rep. The Music Page Interface, or MPI, replaces all of the bulky head-end equipment typically associated with music and paging systems and enables end users to make zone additions, modifications, deletions, or other changes without need for additional cable runs, amplifiers, separate equalizers, switching equipment, or matching vendors for compatible product interfaces. This is our MPI, or Music Page Interface. This allows you to inject music, paging, or audio into the Spectra iNet system. This is your power indicator. This is a status indicator. This will illuminate when you are doing a page through the telephone system. This is your input level indicator. Low, medium, and too hot. This is good to know if your microphone or other audio source signal is too high coming into our system. This is the side view of the MPI. At the top you have your power connection, which is 7.5 volts, your power switch, stereo input from music source or audio, your page input. This can be your ramp or a microphone. You'll notice your page input select switch for RCA or telephone. When it's on telephone, it allows for the RCA input or the telephone input to work. When it's on RCA, it will lock out the telephone input, something to keep in mind during installation. This is the bottom view of the MPI. Here's a connection for wiring that will connect to the microphone or the ramp unit contact closure. This will turn on and off the page input RCA. This page on-off button will manually turn on and off the page input. This can be used during installation for testing. This is your telephone input RJ11 connection. This can connect to a ring-down unit for testing or to your PBX. This is to be a POTS appearance line, meaning it will appear to us as a POTS line. 48 volts, ring and tip, hang-up supervision, DTMF capability. This is a service button. This can be used during installation for testing to make sure that the paging lines are okay. This will play a 30-second music loop that can be heard over the speakers. This is the top view of the MPI. This is the most important area in terms of connections to the rest of the iNet system. This connector here allows you to connect a 16-2 plenum rated cable to pins 17 and 18 on the ILON. This here is for your connection to your first OP using an RJ45 cable. Remember, 568B wiring is standard throughout our system. This ground strap connector allows you to connect to another MPI, to your ramp, or to any other music source to keep your grounds consistent. It's very important to remember, the first connection here should go to your first OP. This will keep any interference out of the speakers. This connector here will connect to the MPI for global communications. There's going to be a second MPI when using local and global for allowing you to connect to multiple buildings across the campus or across the country. Spectra iNet speakers enable the masking to be distributed uniformly throughout the space. The speakers used in our system are configured with integrated connectors for plug-and-play ease of installation. The speakers are connected to the OP with Cat5e cables, standard RJ45 connectors using 568B wiring. For applications where a plenum installation is not possible, a ceiling plate direct-fired speaker can be used to distribute masking, paging, audio, and music into the space. Speakers are UL listed for use in air handling spaces. Custom painting is available at a small upcharge. Lencourt has a wide line of standard and specialty speakers to accommodate a variety of site conditions and local codes. This is our Spectra iNet 6-inch upward firing speaker. This speaker is used for masking, paging, and music. It is shown here with a single chain. It is also available with a tripod chain. We have these in downward firing and ceiling plate units. The connections for the unit are on the bottom. The connections to the speakers are done with Cat5 using RJ45 heads and 568B wiring. 8 of these can be put on one channel of an OP. Driving the sound quality behind every Lencourt engineered system is the operating platform, or OP, the primary sound source that produces, equalizes, and distributes the sound for masking, paging, and audio. The OPs are utilized in every installation and provide 4 separate and equally tunable speaker channels. Each of these 4 channels can handle up to 8 speakers for a total of 32 speakers, which corresponds to approximately 7,200 square feet for each OP. Now we're going to take a look at the OP, or operating platform. This device is the sound source for masking. It's also the amplifier for the music and paging. This unit gets hung in the plenum from a tripod chain, just like you would one of our speakers. You can see here your data in and data out ports. These units are daisy chained together throughout the system with a standard Cat5 RJ45 cable. We're going to take a look at the side now of the OP. We have an in and an out for power. This should be plenum rated 16-2 cable. You'll notice there are 2 negative ports for in and out. When paging, you are going to use a ground cable to go between OPs for every power supply that you're adding to the system. So for instance, if you have 3 OPs on one power supply, you will daisy chain them together in and out. From the 3rd to the 4th OP, you will use a 16-2 cable on one of the negative ports on the output to the input on the negative on the 4th OP. You will then, on the 4th OP, connect your 16-2 and your new power supply. You will also do the same thing for connecting between floors. Even if it's 1 OP per floor, you will run a ground cable through the riser upstairs when you introduce a new power supply. Let's take a look at the audio outputs. You have 4 channels labeled A, B, C, and D. You can connect up to 8 of our iNet speakers for each channel, for a total of 32 speakers per OP. Make sure you're using an RJ45 connector and an 8-conductor plenum-rated cable. These should be wired using 568B standard wiring.